Hello and welcome back to Candid Talk with Adelle. I am always excited to have you every single time we are communicating or engaging and learning. It's always a pleasure. So welcome to Candid Talk with Adelle, and this is your episode that you've been waiting for. We are going to talk about procrastination. This is a killer for so many of you, so let's get started. We're going to talk about overcoming procrastination. There are some strategies you can do to overcome procrastination. First of all, what is procrastination? Some of us, we get tasks and you look at them and you say, I'll do this tomorrow, or I'll do this the next day. You keep pushing things forward. And by doing that, you're piling up things, and at some point you start panicking. Oh my God, I'm not done. I'm not done with this. You're procrastinating. There is a solution to it, especially as we strive to grow in our leadership, in our personal lives, but also in our professional lives. So procrastination can be overcome. One of the things I usually do to avoid procrastination is to break my tasks into small pieces. If I have to achieve, I first look at the outcome. What am I going to achieve at the end of this exercise? Then I break that activity down into small pieces that I can be able to do very fast to avoid getting tired, overwhelmed, but also bored. So what I do, if I'm supposed to write a report, I say, what's the outcome of this report? So I break down the tasks. What does a report require? It requires an introduction. It requires a preamble. It requires a problem statement, for example. So I focus on specific pieces of that activity until I get it done. What does that do? It allows me not to be overwhelmed. It allows me to look at things easier. Because we're human beings, sometimes your mind can lie to you and tell you, oh, this is too big. And then you say, I'll do it tomorrow. You go to sleep. Tomorrow when you come back, it will be waiting for you. And remember, our purpose this year is to be intentional in our growth. And to do that, procrastination is one thing that has to be put off the table. And it's why it's coming in the first episodes of Candid Talk with Adelle. So please subscribe, because we are going to learn so much this year, and we're going to be very different as we grow and get accountable. The other way of reducing your procrastination or totally cutting it out of your system is to set specific goals and deadlines. In the last episode, we talked about setting SMART goals. It also helps you avoid procrastination and also putting a deadline to every activity. That we talked about, being time bound. If anything that you do doesn't have a deadline, you're not going to finish it, because it is just lagging on and going into circles, and that is not a way of growing and becoming better. So to avoid procrastination altogether out of your system this year, set your SMART goals. We talked about that in the last episode, but also make sure that every activity, every assignment, everything you're doing has a deadline. It is very, very important for you to grow in that space. Have a to-do list. I have friends of mine who called me old school, because I write. I still use a pen and paper or a notebook and write everything I am doing on a daily basis. Whether it is budgeting, whether it is spending anything, everything is on a budget. Everything is written down. So have a to-do list, and then you keep crossing off once it is done. It is a cake for most people, because now there are smartphones and everything, but it works. It works for me. I'm not sure about you, but if you try it, you thank me later. Get your to-do list, write it down. Today, I am going to do this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. And keep crossing it off. It gives you some satisfaction when you see it crossed out, because you have achieved it. So have a to-do list in order to avoid procrastination. It is very important, especially for those who like writing like me. It gives you some sense of accomplishment that you have done something and finished it in that assignment that you're supposed to achieve. And then there's what they call a 2-minute rule. If you have so many tasks on your table, look at them. If there is any task that you can do under 2 minutes, put those off quickly. Do it and put it off. Do it and put it off. And then remain with the heavy ones that require a lot of thinking, a lot of critical analysis, a lot of understanding and revision and research possibly. If you have those assignments that are on your to-do list that we've just talked about, that can be done under 2 minutes, please start with those ones. Start with those, take them off the table, and then focus on the bigger ones that require critical thinking and critical analysis. So apply the 2-minute rule. It will save you a lot. One of the things in this new world that we are in that has brought a lot of procrastination is a lot of distractions. You're working, the phone is ringing, WhatsApp's notifications are ringing, tanta. Everything is all over the place. The distractions are too many. If you want to avoid procrastination this year, your first step is to reduce the distractions. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Now, if I'm going to sit down and read, I need to make sure my phone is in silence. If I'm going to finish 2 chapters of my thesis, the phone has to be in silence. All the notifications have to be reduced. That way, you're able to concentrate and achieve your goal. Remember, we are getting intentional. We are not about playing anymore. If you want to be better this year, our theme, or my theme as Adele, is being intentional in my purpose. Now, to be intentional means that some of these things can come later. I'll find the messages, I'll find the phone calls, I'll find all those things when I come after my assignment. Because I want to make sure that I finish my tasks, I get into the next day when my table is clean. I don't have to keep repeating things. So procrastination is a killer of growth. It must be avoided. Now, after you've removed all the distractions and you've allowed yourself to concentrate, to accomplish more, and then you need to look at the end result. If the end result is exciting, honestly, why can't you just focus and do your work? For example, we have a beautiful salon called Naturals and Trends. So you come and we have to do your hair. If you visualize what we're going to give you at the end of the day, at the end of you plaiting your hair or looking good, that end result is exciting and it helps you work towards it. So you have my team that is working to deliver that, but also yourself, you're excited to see the outcome of it. It means that by hook or crook, one way or the other, you will do that assignment because the end result is exciting, it is looking good, it is entertaining. So the end result is a motivation for you to avoid procrastination. So always visualize it. For everything I'm going to do, I visualize. I say, okay, if I'm going to do this, what is the outcome? What am I achieving at the end of the day? And that outcome is my motivation to move forward. The other way of reducing your procrastination is getting an accountability partner. We've talked about that before in our previous episodes. If you've missed them, please go back and watch because we've had so much content that is beautiful and good for learning as well as you plan to grow this year. Get an accountability partner, get a mentor, someone that can always remind you and say, Adele, you know what? This is missing. You haven't achieved your goals. Where are you right now? It will help you be able to work towards that goal, but also avoid pushing it forward. Every time they ask you, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. When are you going to do it? So it is time to stop procrastination. So when you plan, make sure you actualize it, and that accountability partner will help you achieve those goals. There are those different tools that have come for us now. The calendars, you can set a calendar on your phone, you can set reminders, everything can be done with tools. You know, the tools to remind you, the apps. There's so much you can use right now at your disposal to avoid procrastination. Those tools that you can exercise or that you can put into use to help you be able to achieve your goals. If you're not a timekeeper, use your reminder apps. If you're not good at planning, or if you have so many things planned out in the day, set time frames and then your alarm will ring and say, this is now time to start this. For me, I have, say for example, I get reminded to drink water, time to drink water, time to stand up and exercise, time. All those things can be done by using your phones. If you like using your phone a lot, all those things can be done. And what does that do? It helps your work get easier, but also you avoid pushing things into the next day, making the next day even more hectic than it's supposed to be. Then my friends who are ardent procrastinators, who can't get rid of it totally, have compassion for yourself. So you start small. Start small in ensuring that you understand the goals on your table, and then you start implementing one by one until you get there. Do not be hard on yourself, because this is a journey, it's a process, especially if you have been doing it for so long. And also it comes with people who like to compare yourself with other people who are moving so fast. No, everyone must know their pace. If I am moving fast and you're not able to move at my pace, do not put yourself under pressure to achieve the same. So move slowly, have compassion on yourself in order to achieve this goal. Leadership, growth, and accountability is not possible if you're a procrastinator. Procrastination has to be eliminated in ensuring that you achieve your goals, in ensuring that you reach your outcome that you want to get to, but also for being an effective leader at home, in your business, in your workspace, being able to stand out of the crowd. We talked about standing out in our last episodes. Please go back and watch. If you want to be a standout person in this year, procrastination must be avoided. So for us to grow and be better, to stand out in everything we do, to have success awaiting for us at the end of the day, because this channel is about growth, accountability, and success as a mindset, this is what you need to start with. Avoid procrastination and you'll be able to stand out and to be successful. If you like this episode, please do tell a friend, share with a friend, leave a comment, leave a like, so that we can get motivated to bring you more content like this, especially this year, where we plan to be better in our leadership as we grow in our homes, but also get accountable in our lives. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.